Good morning, everyone. It is June 4th, 2021, and this is my morning strategy session. Okay, so first up, I have TRGP. TRGP was recently inducted into the S&P 400 Mid-Cap Fund. I like that a lot because that means that it will be included in a lot of other funds that emulate the S&P 400 mid-cap. It doesn't, the levels that I have on it are 43.29, 42.92, and 42.59. And I will be taking moderate risk on this one, probably somewhere around 300 shares. Then we've got DocuSign. Now, DocuSign just posted an earnings beat with upbeat forward guidance. So I'm looking for a little bit of profit taking on this one. I have levels at 203.29 and 201.79. NCTY just announced that it is acquiring a Canadian company called Mont Crypto. Now this one, if there weren't news on it, I would just call it a technical bounce. You can see here on the daily, this thing hit a peak up here of around 90 bucks. Let's see, a high of 88, high of 89.20. And then it fell down incredibly huge amount, had a dead cat bounce, and then actually it had a dead cat bounce right here, tried to rally again, and then is just fallen apart since then. So a trade on this one today, I'm going to treat like a momentum trade. I have levels on it, but nothing that I'm setting alarms on. I just put a Fibonacci on it in order to kind of get an idea of where it is on this morning run here. And actually, let me correct that a bit there. So yeah, it'll be a momentum trade. So I'm looking for the 1 minute setups, maybe 5 minute setups, depending on how it acts around the volume weighted average price line, the VWAP. And so. Momentum trade here. No, I'm not going to treat it like anything else. So I have a resistance line. Let me get rid of that VWAP so it's not so crowded. So you can see this resistance line here that it's under. And so the possibility for it to try and make a run for 20 bucks or so, it's on the table. We'll see what it does. All right, then next up and last is LEDS. LEDS is a small cap that has applied for a mixed shelf. So this company thinks that it's growing, and it's 200 million, I think, or 30 million. Files for a mixed shelf of up to 30 million. And so what it's trying to do is it's trying to put together some more cash. It has a small float. It has 4.05 million shares outstanding and a float of, let's see, it's not on my scanner anymore. Let's see, it moved down. So the float is 2.42 million shares. So this is also going to be a momentum setup. And that means I'll be watching either the 1 minute, probably just the 1 minute on this one. I won't move over to a 5 minute. And I'll be looking for, a break of the opening price or, breaks of prices for an indication of momentum, people coming in to trade this, push the price up, and then get out kind of thing. All right, everybody. Oh, well, actually, so let's take a look at the SPY and the VIX here. So the SPY's been hanging around this high area here. It broke above 400. It gapped up over 400, or I should say actually closed this day at 400.67, and then it gapped up to 403.38. I would really like to see it come down and fill that gap. However, until then, I mean, it could be months or even years before it does that. So for right now, it's just kind of consolidating in this range right here. And so when it's up high, I get the feeling that when it's up high, it's not time to buy. It's time to wait until it pulls back again and gives a better entry. The VIX is down below the 18.2 gap. So it's, I like it below 18.2. I'm bullish on the SPY. So, I'll just be looking for entries according to the relative strength strategy. If the relative strength lines up on both the 1 minute and the 10 minute at the same time that the VIX lines up on the 1 minute and 10 minute. So right now the VIX has gone into oversold. I imagine that means that it'll make a run for overbought, which would be bearish. But then if these two indicators are coming out of oversold at the same time the SPY is or if these two indicators are coming out of overbought at the same time the SPY is coming out of oversold on the 1 minute and the 10 minute, then I'll have an entry for some calls on the SPY. Energizer I find interesting. So I've traded Energizer 3 or 4 times, and I've done okay on it. Let's see. So I've got a head and shoulders on this thing, and it needs to break above this neckline here over right now over 50. Like if it did it today, it would be over 52.33. I don't foresee it doing that today. But this thing's definitely coiling up, hitting resistance, and then once it breaks through, it's gonna go for a pretty good run. So right now, yesterday, let's see, the day before yesterday, on the 2nd, was that Tuesday or is that, what day was that? The weekend. Okay, so that was Wednesday. It closed below this support line. Then yesterday, it recovered back above. So if I can get this thing on the resistance line, that's about 45 or so, then I'll be looking for an entry, 45.39 or so, something like that. And so yeah, that's pretty much what I'm watching today. I'm also watching silver, and it made pre-market. I've got a level of 25.34 here pre-market. And just as I was getting prepped this morning for trading and for this live stream, it popped up there off of 25.34. So I'd rather try and buy it down here at 25.34. We'll see what kind of entry I can get today. All right, everybody, that is my morning strategy session. Keep your risk tight. Good luck out there. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you at the recap. I am out.